Dr. Shruti Malik, even Dr. Guleria went on to say just the other day that the R value in India is rising very rapidly. What that means for the layman is that the rate of infectivity, at the rate at which people get infected, is also exponential at this point in time. In your opinion, are we standing at a precipice that we were before the second wave came by? And what do we need to do in order to stop a third wave from doing what the second wave did in the month of April, May and June? Dr. Shruti Malik.
Yeah. So, Vineet, I would like to tell you, we also saw that the second wave, how it came and it actually wreaked havoc amongst the globally, in all the countries, and globally also it was very, very different, and it took us in a different sort of an orbit, I would say, because this variant was basically a concern for all of us. Even WHO said that this is a variant of concern. Now, my concern here is that because Delta variant, obviously, firstly, its transmissibility was very, very high. Probably it was more lethal. And thirdly, the resistance against monoclonal antibodies and other cocktail regime was very high. Now, what we should do right here is that we need to disseminate globally this information that the only most precious tool we have right now is the vaccination. Now, firstly, we should, as you asked me, we should be increasing and the speed and the spread of vaccination if we want to evict the virus from our lives. And secondly, we need to reinforce the COVID appropriate behavior if we really want to achieve a proper sort of an ecosystem where we don't want the third wave to come. Now, let me talk about the concerns I have when it comes to India. Now, in India, as you saw in last few days, even a small state like Kerala has 50% of the total cases of the country. Now, my concern for this country is because we have so much of population and our unvaccinated population is very, very high up till now. If I take you through the numbers, total vaccination up till today has been 47 crore, out of which only 10 crore people have been doubly vaccinated, which is very, very less. So here, if the third wave comes, firstly, the health infrastructure is obviously not that strong to take up so many cases. Secondly, the children below the age of 18 years are not vaccinated. Thirdly, the virus is continuously mutating. Fourthly, obviously the herd immunity, the desired herd immunity is yet to be achieved. And today also, if we talk, the vaccine speed is very, very insufficient compared to our population. So all these things are very, very major reason of concern for us. As you were talking about the R rate, because the unvaccinated population could be the major carriers. Also, the co-director of Texas in the Vaccination Development Society of Texas also mentioned that most of the people who are unvaccinated or those who have missed their second dose of inoculation can be or could be the major reason of the third wave, as we are already seeing in the US. Plus, if we talk about the children, now the cases which were initially between the age groups of 18 to 45 have now come down to these kids below the age of 18 years in the US. So now you can understand that if the third wave comes to our country, it would be so disastrous for us, for our kids, because they are yet not vaccinated. So we need to make sure that we have to achieve the desired herd immunity, and until and unless we do that, we will not be able to oppose this third wave.
Okay.